It's time to go 3 and 4 wide racing here at the Talladega Superspeedway. We'll go racing in the NR2003 under the lights. Nighttime racing at Talladega for the second season in a row. On the poles, the 34 Patrick Smith, who's outside the 21 of Tyler Fink. And then points leader Max Harrison in third, Carter Friesen in fourth, and Taylor Brian Price rounding out the top five. Now Johnny Gardner in sixth, Jack Marshall seventh, eighth Steve Morgan, in ninth you have Diego Yepes, and Jay Jefferson rounds out the top 10. The rest of the field is Jake Galloway with Code Luigi. And then there's James Dablio and Jeff Bright. Second in points, TJ Henley, but he is in some pain. We'll talk about that a little bit later with John Gavin, the 77 who's outside. They have Max Johnson and Colton Yo. Dale Lightning and the team that won at Daytona, Derek Bouchard. They have Justin Zidell and Stephen Baker. Isaac Nichols and Carson Bowers. Then there's Eli Bright and Jonathan Rains. Sebastian Kukulon and Jake West. They have Trey Rainey and Nathan Stapleton. Derek Hamill and Alexander Rowe. And there's Jonathan Beeford and Riley Sampson. Benny Watson and Joe Jefferson. They have Luke Rainey and Louis Jack Tavo. Griffin Lynn and Steven Taylor. And in the final row, Danny Lloyd with Steve Larker to his outside. That is your starting lap for the NR2003 Talladega. Let's get going. Let's get our starting command.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
All right, take a nice big deep breath so you give your seatbelt a tug. Double check your steering wheel. Sit back, relax, get a nice pace, nice rhythm, and let's go out there and have a good day, all right, bud?
In our field, 42 cars rolls off the starting grid. We mentioned during the starting lap that TJ Henley may be in some pain here tonight racing at Talladega, involved in 2 crashes yesterday. The first big one he got some damage, but in the second big one he was hit hard, T-boned hard, and an injury to his left arm. He is racing, but being involved in the big one could be big for him. Doctors tried to get his arm stable enough to where if he is involved in the big one, it shouldn't do any damage. So we'll see how second in points Hanley does. He does have a good points cushion over the Chase Coffin in case he has to maybe retire or something like that from this race. So the pace car into pit road. 29 long laps at Talladega, 2.66 miles each time around, and speeds approaching upwards of 200 miles an hour. Into the tri-oval, Patrick Smith on pole, his teammate in fourth, another Ford in second, Tyler Fink. As they come into the restart zone to start the NR2003, we are racing at Talladega! That top lane formed up nice and strong, and Tyler Fink gets pushed to the race lead from the second starting position. Carter Friesen trying to clear into second, and he's trying to get down in front of his teammate Patrick Smith, and he does. So the top 2 on the outside lane get cleared, and let's see if the inside can make a charge back as they're now trying to get formed up. 3 wide further back in the pack as they come off of 4. To lead lap number 1, Tyler Fink into the tri-oval. Friesen looking low, that 38 car didn't have a run. 3 cars clear single file to lead lap 1. Tyler Fink at the 21 will lead. Here comes Patrick Smith trying to get back up to the number 1 starting position. He started first, fell back to third. Here he is second, underneath his teammate Carter Friesen, and teammates gonna go side by side. TJ Henley was in the middle of a 4 wide for a second there. They get that sorted out as they come down the backstretch. Patrick Smith in that draft of the 21 trying to get the push from his teammate Carter Friesen. But Jack Marshall's a good enough run to try and stay beside that 34. He has a push from the one of Diego Yepes. Through 3 and 4. Jay Jefferson, middle to bottom there. He found a hole down low and he takes it. Now 5th on the inside. 2 Fords lead. It's Jack Marshall behind Tyler Fink. Fink going to come into the trial and lead another lap. Mac Johnson, the 24, trying to get down low 3 wide to take the second position away. He's going to get that push from Jay Jefferson. Here comes that 78 looking 4 wide. Jay Jefferson, big move to go 4 wide into turn 1. Dale Lightning has pushed. Here comes Isaac Nichols in the 48. Nathan Stapleton, Trey Rainey on the bottom. Leaving some of the drivers that store towards the back. Here they are, already shuffling their way forward. Jay Jefferson with the first driver, able to try and make a move on the 21 of Fink. Can he get the push from Dale Lightning in the 51? Looks like he does. He'll take the race lead off in turn number 3. Jay Jefferson out front in the NR2003. First lead change of the night, and it's definitely not going to be our last. We've seen many leaders here at Talladega. Off of 4, you can see the pack, 3 and 4 wide. Steven Taylor may be trying to waited out back there because he's way back there. Jay Jefferson with the big lead as they're fanning up behind him. Trying to get down to the bottom, trying to get out of the way. Trying to move to the back maybe. Jefferson leads the lap. They race off into turn 1. High speeds there. They're 3 wide behind. Jefferson's really pulled a gap there, but you don't want a big lead here at Talladega. That's normally not the best thing to have happen because they will start lining up behind him, running you down. See if Dale Lightning can get a run right here. He has the 95 of Trey Rainey behind him, but does Rainey pull out of line, trying to make a move? See how fast the outside lane is going. Tyler Fink with the push from Nathan Steelton. Justin Zeidel has really ruined the run the bottom as Trey Rainey got shuffled in the middle. The 51 no help, and Tyler Fink, who led the first few laps of this race, trying to get back to the second, but Dale Lightning has other plans, trying to keep it in that second position. 4 wide, close, around they go! The 42 leads up off the ground. TJ Hanley's going around the 23. Cars head towards the inside wall. That's Colton Yell. There's Eli Bright spinning around. Benny Watson, Steven Taylor's at the back. He's involved. Yellow is out for a big one off of turn number 4. And many cars involved. Some head to the pits. Jay Jefferson leads us back in the 78 car. Kind of looking at that 4 wide back there, we saw how close some cars were. Code Luigi was really close. There he is on pit road with heavy damage. He was one of the first to go around. I think it just got too close and cars were involved. Let's see how it happened. Early on, we have the big one at Talladega going 4 wide. Code Luigi in the middle, down low. TJ Hanley also in the middle. Griffin Lynn's down low. It looks like maybe just crowded there. The 7 and the 42 just ran out of room into each other up into the 23-34. Your pulls there. There's some cars up off the ground. The 48 there's the 37. Colton Yell going across the track. James Tablio spins around into pit road, it looked like. Here comes some more cars into it. There's the 23 Hanley trying to control the car. Yo comes back across, and that's where Eli gets wiped out. And then Eli gets hit from Watson right there. He goes around. And then Steven Taylor in the 31 got involved. That's a tough break for a ton of these drivers. You have Pez. There's Raines. There's that Derek Hamill in the 55. A lot of drivers that were going to need good runs here tonight, and they're not getting them. In Hanley, second in points coming into the race. He's involved as I'm trying to see if the 47 was somewhere around here. He was back there. I believe he's able to miss it right there. You can see Hanley doing a great job saving that car, and then some go around. Let's go on board Season 5 champion Cole Luigi. He's not had the season he's wanted, and it's just turning even worse here at Talladega. Jack Marshall involved in the 22. He's up there in the top of points. 2 victories. He could get a wild card, but that's still bad for him. It's also going on board TJ Hanley in the 23. Second in points going into this race. He gets some pretty heavy damage. He gets spun around. He's lucky he didn't make any worse contact there. He's lucky he just spun around and kept it going, but that damage could hurt him in this race. Points there, Max Anderson gets away on the outside, looks like, without any damage. He's behind the 22 who got involved, and see some cars making contact. Oh man, that's how close it was to that 47 being involved. Anderson goes around the outside and finds a way around everyone to get clear. Let's also go on board with the 34, Patrick Smith, your pole sitter, and look at all the damage to that 34 car. Tough break right there for many of these drivers involved in the crash. Jay Jefferson, the 78, led us back to the stripe. They'll stay out on the racetrack. The 78 car of Jay Jefferson leads back to the green flag. Coming back to the restart, lap number 9, 21 laps to go. From that crash, Cole Luigi, Isaac Nichols, Patrick Smith, Jack Marshall, and Griffin Lynn out. Those are some big names. Lynn's just outside the cutoff for the chase. Jack Marshall's just in with 2 victories. Patrick Smith is just outside the top 20 with a win. Isaac Nichols trying to get there, and Cole Luigi is trying to find a way to have a chase chance at this point. 37 cars on the racetrack, a lot of them with damage towards the back half of the field. Jay Jefferson will be leader once we get back green. Tyler Fink in second. Dale Lightning third. Justin Zeidel fourth. Trey Rainey in fifth. They have Nathan Steelton in sixth. Jonathan Buford seventh. Carter Fries in eighth. Max Johnson ninth. And Joe Jefferson inside the top 10. Into the restart zone we come. Jay Jefferson with the race lead. Trying to get another victory in his Gatorade Cup Series career. We're back racing at Talladega. We'll see how some of the cars at the back, how slow they are. See if they maybe are really slow to where they could be some lap traffic maybe later on. Cars are going low, high, trying to make moves. Dale Lightning getting a push from Justin Zeidel through 1 and 2. He maybe backed up to him, trying to get a push off of turn number 2, get that draft to that 21, and then make a move down the back. See if that comes to surface or not. Down the back they come. like Jeff Brent, the 5, may have gotten some damage there from the crash. He's trying to hold ground, but looks like he's losing it down the back on the bottom lane. No moves being made to the top 3. First move for 4th. Nathan Stapleton in the 27 looking low. Here comes the 95 of Trey Rainey and some others coming through on the bottom lane. They come off turn number 4. The 11 of Jake Galloway is basically the last car. Then you got Kuklon trying to get by. Here comes Tyler Fink to the bottom. Dale Letting blocks Nathan Stapleton off. And Fink with all the drafting up the 78 with no help. And to the tri-oval, to the stripe, Fink leads the lap. Dale Lightning behind him, pushing him off into turn 1. Oh, the 20 is Idell, cut top to bottom there in front of the 24 Mac Johnson. Close there for those drivers. Trey Ray moves his way to 3rd in the 95 car. As Dale Lightning gets to 2nd, Tyler Fink leads. They come down the backstretch. Lightning trying to stay clear to make moves. Trey Rainey trying to get underneath to get to 2nd. Rainey, no help down low. Closest was the A3 Octave, and the A3 had no signs of helping them out. Up front, they're really disorderly right now. They need to get organized here to try and make runs at some of these drivers. For 3rd, Louis Octave on the A3 is up there in points, and he has the All-Star win, so he knows he's going to be in the chase no matter what happens, so he can just go for broke now and try and get wins. Erie Cup Series wins added to his total. He's in 2nd right now here at Talladega. You have a pretty good shot at it. So currently, last car in this pack is what Jake Galloway we saw last time, but yeah, Jake Galloway, Kukulon is caught now, and then you have Derek Bouchard trying to get caught up. You have Jake West, you have Watson, looks like Larker. You got some others trying to get low on Jeff Bright. And they have some slower cars like Johnny Gardner, Stabolito, Reigns, Pez, Taylor, Hanley, Yo. Then you got Eli and Price. Alexander coming off pit road with an apparent issue to the 72. That reason a pitting glitch. Well, while we're looking at that, Lou Jack Table gets right to the race lead over Tyler Fink. And into the trial, he has a pretty good lead. As 2nd now will be Dale Lightning in the 51. He moves to the bottom. Jonathan Beefer in the 33. 3rd on the inside lane, he'll be going for 3rd. Joe Jefferson looked to make it 3 wide there in the 41. He does. He has John Gammett in the 77 helping him forward. See, Octavo is getting a big lead. You do not want that here at Talladega. Kukulon, the last car in this draft. The rest back there, they're going to try and get caught up with the caution flag if one ever comes out. Derek Bouchard, the first of them, leading those guys around. Still, for 2nd, they're side by side. Fink has a very strong car tonight. He's led on multiple occasions. He's led multiple laps. He's not letting drivers past him that easily. Octavo got by him, but Dale Lightning's fighting hard to try and get to 2nd. And look at them fanning out here. Fink shuffled to the high side as Joe Jefferson makes a 3 wide move. He has the 2 of Luke Rainey behind him to the stripe. Octavo, Jefferson now up to 2nd. Luke Rainey with a big run as they're 3 wide in front of him. He has a push from Carter Friesen and Nathan Stapleton. And their points there, Max Harrison trying to extend that points lead back up. Here he is in this front pack. He can have a shot winning this thing before the night's over. Down the back, we'll see if that 41, the 2 line up to try and run down the Toyota of Lee Jack Tavo. Carter Friesen there in 4th on the 38. Cars chasing each other down to the bottom lane trying to get that draft. No one able to run down the leader for now. But those 2 Fords, they're lined up on the bottom. They're looking good. The 2 is pushing that 41. They have caught right up to the A3 of Octavo. As they come off of 4, they'll see the tri-oval. We'll see if the 41's on run to make a move. Oh, Luke Rainey made it first. Here comes Rainey for 2nd in the number 2 car. Carter Friesen a good ways back and forth, but with these 2 being side by side for 2nd, those drivers will run them down very easily. Nathan Stapleton looking low. Riley Sampson, the last car in this pack. We got, I think, all 4 Joe Gibbs Racing cars are in this front pack. I think all 6 JGR affiliated cars are actually in this front pack. The 19, the 18, the 11, the 20, the 78, and the 77. The lap car is the 72 of Alexander Rowe. Can't tell if he has that much damage or if he's just off pace from that pitting and being off pace. On the back, see, there's not really any help on the bottom lane. That's what's really hurting a lot of drivers. They're not getting runs on the bottom because they have no help and they can't get up to the race leader, 2nd or whatever. Oh, Octavo to the pits with an apparent issue. Yeah, they don't have to make pit stops, so that's an issue on the A3 car. Sudden moving to the pit road for your race leader. Now that leaves Luke Rainey with the race lead here at Talladega. Now he is going to be the controller of this race, but Nathan Stapleton in 2nd. He's hungry for a win here. He comes to the back of that 2. Tyler Fink up to 3rd in the 21 car. He's coming back. He's not leaving these drivers alone. The 27 moves low down the backstretch, so the 21 goes with him. Kukulon in this pack in the 3 car is up into 4th. Tyler Fink 3 wide. 21 car, big run there. Off into turn 3. Couldn't keep below that 27 though. He had no help. And look at the run that the 3 got because of that. And the 33 and the 19. Luke Rain going backwards. Nowhere to go for him. Front 5 get by him. And Jay Jefferson trying to as well. Justin Zidell trying to move down to the bottom lane. As up front, single foul for the front 6. Led by Nathan Stapleton. Who's the first to make a move out of this front few? It's going to be Jonathan Beefer and Jay Jefferson. They go low. Fink low for the race lead. Don't know if I want to push that 21 car to the race lead. From what we've seen, if he gets out front, it's going to be hard for anyone to run him down. Octavio coming off pit road, but he'll go a lap down in the A3 car. See if he yields everyone to get by. It looks like he's standing on the apron until the 11 gets by. Jay Jefferson 3 wide to the bottom lane. Look at that 78 move. Led on the restart, fell back here. He's back up inside the top 5 for 3rd. 78's looking fast. Same with the 21 though. That 21 I think is looking even faster, but he has no help down low. Trying to get a push by that 27. Look at Jefferson. Look at 3 wide to the tri-oval. Chevy, Ford, Toyota 3 wide for the race lead. They come to the start-finish line. Stapleton leads. Jefferson trying to keep a nose down there. I think that 27's clear though. Stapleton clear down. Luke Rainey 3 wide for a spot in the number 2 car. Jonathan Beeford shuffled 4 wide with Trey Rainey and Kukulon. Joe Jefferson, Carter Freeze, and some others just laying back here. They're about to catch the 72 of Alexander Road down the backstretch. He's going about 12 miles an hour slower. These front few, they should be all right because they're single filed out. Behind them, though, could get dicey. Through 3 and 4, Luke Ray trying to get down front. Max Johnson, that 24 is having none of that. Max Johnson moving for 3rd with Danny Lloyd behind him. And the rest of the pack. Here comes Jay Jefferson. Is that the right move to make, though? Really gets stuck behind the 72. Through the tri-oval, he's getting that draft from the 72. Can he make a move down low? He does get blocked. Now he's going to try and split that 72 as Nathan Stapleton gets away. Mac Johnson down up top, will get blocked. Danny Lloyd in the 19 will get by. And now these drivers in the middle lane, they're going to be stuck unless that 72 moves up right here to get in front of Dale Lightning. Which he does. We'll see if those drivers down in the middle can get advantage. Here comes Fink for 3rd. Stapleton has a good lead, but not what you want. These drivers get single foul back here. They're going to try and run down, but Jay Jefferson has no help from 3rd as they're side by side right there. 21-19. And 78 is getting a pretty good draft there, though. Here he comes to the inside to the tri-oval. Once again, 2nd lap in the row. He's going to make this move. Jay Jefferson side by side with Nathan Stapleton through the tri-oval. Jefferson leads the Aaron's 499 with 11 laps of racing to go. We're getting down to it. Getting down to the final 10 laps. 3 wide there for 2nd. Carter Friesen in the 38 car. Danny Lloyd, Riley Sampson, 2 teammates. And Luke Rainey in the 2 is still in this. Max Ayrton, your points leaders, emerged inside the top 10. The 47 car. Here comes Jake Calloway, Stephen Baker, Trey Rainey. Cars moving low on the 72 of Alexander Rowe, who's really kind of caught up to speed. He's not really as slow as we thought he would be. We're getting down to the final 10 laps. Up ahead, the 15, the 88 are slow. They have the 37. And then up ahead, you got a few more, about straight away from those drivers. We'll see if they can catch them as well. Front 4 were single file. In fact, they might still stay single file as Riley Sampson moves down. But look at this. The Toyotas are trying to team up. Right now, 1's leading. Then you have 2 JGR cars. To 2nd goes Danny Lloyd. 4th right now is Riley Sampson. There he goes with his teammate in the 19 down low. 10 laps left at Talladega. Danny Lloyd now to 2nd as Jay Jefferson leads and Riley Sampson runs 3rd. And Nathan Stapleton, the 27, looking. Here comes Luke Rainey to the bottom lane. Max Anderson, you see the pack right there. Single file spread out because that 72 is starting to lose the draft. There goes Max Johnson, 3 wide back there in the 24 car. Now let's see which lane goes. They're going to catch 3 cars, and they're all lined up in a line, going just about 13 miles an hour slower than these drivers. They come off of 4. Jay Jefferson still leads it. Nathan Stapleton looking low for 2nd in the 27 car. He gets underneath Danny Lloyd. Behind Luke Rainey, wondering where he's going to go try and get by these lap cars. Does he stay high? Does he go low? To catch the lap cars. Here they come into turn 1. Jay Jefferson caught. He goes to the high side. He got slowed up, though. He got really slowed up. And now he's not really going as fast as those drivers. He's going to try and get to the outside of the 15 right here before that 15 moves up. He's out there. Stapleton goes to the inside. They split him. 88 stays in the middle lane right where the 15 is. The 37, Yo, has a choice to make. He stays in the middle lane as well. The middle, not the place to be. It's the sucker hole currently. Eli now moving up. Colton Young moves down. 2 cars break away. It's Jay Jefferson and Danny Lloyd. Yo, holding up third on back. Tyler Fink trying to get around the top side. We'll see who moves low first. Stapleton gets down. Colton Yo moves up. Fink trying to get down by him. 21 around the outside. Tyler Fink gains a ton of positions from that. They do have more lap traffic ahead, though. Watch out for that. Up front, 2 cars pull away the 78 and the 19. They have Hanley and Steven Taylor ahead. They may catch them, they may not. 2 cars break away. 3rd, 4th, 5th. Right there, that's John Gammett. Look at them, still shuffling around. Colton Yo going 4 wide. Luke Ray had enough of that. He's trying to get by. Joe Jefferson still caught. And look at this second pack. Here they are. The 6 is there. The 55. The 17. The 14. The 75 trying to stay in range. A few more cars have actually caught up because of these cars being slow. And now we'll see can third on back run down the front 2. They already are in the draft. Jay Jefferson leading with 7 laps of racing to go. We'll see who wins it. These 2 are side by side. That's definitely not helping their cause. They're definitely going to get lapped at this rate. Single file back here. 4th to 8th. They have 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th right here. They're side by side. They're slowing each other down. And they have all the way back. We'll see if those drivers can run them down. They're side by side again in front of your race leader, Jay Jefferson, as Nathan Stapleton goes for a second. Where does Jefferson want to go? I think he was going to look to the middle, but he didn't have a run to do that. Single file now. Jay Jefferson trying to get by the 23. Gets stuck behind him. Nathan Stapleton looking low. Here he comes with help from John Gambit. The pack is stuck behind the 23 and the 31. Stapleton finally going to move low. This will allow the second pack to now run them down. Look at Jake Galloway and Jay Jefferson emerge from the middle lane. Galloway's trying to get clear. He does. The 11 car is second. Still behind Jay Jefferson. Stapleton back to 3rd. John Gambit 4th. Jonathan Beeford 5th. Kukulon to 6th. They have Carter Freeze and Joe Jefferson coming through in the bottom lane. Front few single file. Can they get by Jay Jefferson? He's had one of the dominant cars here tonight. Stapleton's had another great car. He's going for 2nd. He's going to get the push from John Gambit and Jonathan Beeford. And Kukulon, Carter Freeze, and they're hoping to get a draft up onto these front 5. Joe Jefferson getting by. Some others getting by. Here they come. John Gambit down low. Stapleton tried to get down. Couldn't get that done. To the stripe. Not much time left. 5 laps left at Talladega. Yellow and it would be over. Stapleton does get clear to keep 2nd. John Gambit falls back to 3rd. John Beeford up top. Might get passed by Sebastian Kukulon for 4th. Carter Friesen, 6th. Galloway finds his line in 7th. Stapleton for the race lead down the back. Does the 77 go with them, or does he stay with his teammate Jay Jefferson? And can Stapleton's teammate Sebastian Kukulon get there and help the 27 out? Off into turn number 3. Stapleton stays down there. Nathan Stapleton to the race lead in the Aaron's 499. Now does Kukulon have a run in the 3. Friesen, Buford down low. RCR leads with the 27 out front. Sebastian Kukulon has 2 wins this season. His teammate has none. Now 4 laps left. Still 3 wide now at the front. Jonathan Buford makes a move down low in the 33 car. He'll get all the way to 2nd. Now remember, Octavio was leading this race. Had to come down Pirro. He's a lap car. So he can definitely impact the outcome of this race. But he will not be able to win this race. He's right now 3rd on the inside. As they're getting close down the backstretch, John Gambit gets down in line in front of Dale Lightning. As Jonathan Buford does clear for 2nd. He's now going to have to get a push for maybe the lap car of Octavio, John Gambit, or someone else. Or does the A3 move low? We're about to find out. Coming to 3 laps to go. Octavio, the lap car, moves down low. He'll be 2nd on the racetrack. You might want to just finish on the lead lap at this point. Here he comes to the bottom lane. 2nd on the racetrack, but 31st in line. 3 laps left. John Gambit could try and avenge his teammate Jay Jefferson and get up here and win the race. He's currently 2nd, but 3rd on the track. And down the back stretch. 4 wide in the pack. Now Octavio has a run if he gets to the inside of the 27. Does Gambit follow him? Octavio stays in line. Doesn't move on the 27. Stapleton right now leading. The A3 and the 77 are Toyotas. Do they try and work together? We're coming Now, two to go. Jefferson's around. He saves it. Now they're spinning with Trey Rainey. Yellow is out. That's going to end it. Nathan Stapleton will stay out front. He's going to win the Aaron's 499. That was Jay Jefferson around in the 78 with some others. Trey Rainey's in the grass. Jefferson saved the car and ends up 16th with some damage. But it's over. It's going to be Nathan Stapleton with the win as long as he can coast it around for 1.5 laps. So as they coast it around, we'll see what happened to Jay Jefferson to bring out the final caution, which is going to end this race under the yellow flag. Getting close 4 wide right there. Tyler Fink down low the 21. Riley Sampson also there in the middle. They need to kind of make contact up into Jay Jefferson. He goes around, hits the 95, saves the car. And then they hit again down into Trey Rainey, into Jake Galloway. Those two go around. The yellow comes out. It ends this race early as those two go for a spin in the tri-oval. Trey Rainey and Jake Galloway. Yeah, great job there by those drivers saving their cars. But my gosh, that could have been a lot bigger than what it was. And maybe Cup officials thought that the yellow was going to have to be called with how they were in the middle of the pack. But it did get down low. But that was a dangerous situation with the 78 round sideways right there in the middle of the pack. I'm actually wondering if they would have thrown it for the 78 being sideways if the 95 did not go around. That's actually something interesting that we should look at. See if the lights were ever on. See when they did come on. Right there are the lights. It was because of the 11 and the 95 going around. If the 78 had saved it and the 95 had saved it, we would have been green flag racing to the end, it looked like. But in the end, it's Nathan Stapleton winning the race as they wrecked behind. He's coming to see the white flag. We'll come back at the checkered flag. It's been a struggling career for Nathan Stapleton in the 2017. But he's found life at Talladega. He'll get to victory lane in the Aaron's 499 as he's into the tri-oval. Lap car between he and John Gambit, who will finish second. If Octavio would move to the inside there in the backstretch, could have been a whole different ending to this race. But to the checkered flag, Nathan Stapleton will pull out a victory at Talladega. The Aaron's 499, the first race of the Super Speedway sweep, goes to Nathan Stapleton, the 2017. Stapleton with the win in the Aaron's 499 at Talladega. Let's go check the finishing results. Here are the finish results from the Aaron's 499 at the Talladega Super Speedway. There were 2 caution flags for 6 laps and 7 lead change among 5 different drivers as Nathan Stapleton ekes out a victory, leading 8 laps. And second was John Gambit. Third, Dale Lightning. Carson Bowers in 4th. And Stephen Baker rounds out the top 5. They have Jonathan Buford in 6th. Tyler Fink 7th. Luke Rainey in 8th. Riley Sampson 9th. And Derek Hamill rounds out the top 10. There's your top 20. The dominant car of the night, Jay Jefferson in the 78. Finishes 16th, leading 13 and 29 laps. Being involved in that final crash definitely did not help, and he got shuffled out at the end and was never going to have a shot to win unless something wild happened at the front. Now look down 21st to 40th. You see down here all the cars involved in the crash. 30 cars finish on the lead lap. 37 finish running. 30th on down involved in the crash, including Patrick Smith, your pole sitter, who ends up 40th. Now let's go look at the points. Here we are for the points after Talladega. Max Anderson extends the points lead up to 73 points over TJ Hanley, who keeps second. Luigi Octavio is third. Alexander Rowe in fourth, but he's 238 back in the lead. So those front three in a world of their own and a very good spot to make the chase. And Nathan Stapleton with that win up to fifth. They have Danny Lloyd in sixth, Trey Rainey seventh, John Gambit in eighth, Jake Galloway in ninth. Excuse me. And Dale Lightning rounds out the top 10. Excuse me. So there is your top 20 and the points. Your 2 wild cards right now are Special Kuklon with 2 wins and Jack Marshall with 2 wins. You would think Steven Taylor would have 1. He only has 1 win. He's 11th in points, so he needs to get up to the top 10 or get another victory, or hope that the 3 and the 22 fall outside the top 20 or into the top 10. Now down 21st to 40th. Struggling seasons for a lot of these drivers down here, and look down at the rest. So we'll continue our Super Speedway swing with Pensacola for the Mountain Dew 500. I'll see you guys then.